Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla, and this is my cohort Heather, who is apparently frozen.
I don't know. I still have the end of the Crone Zone thing on.
Yeah, well, you're frozen, girl.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Hey, Jules, how are you? Sure do miss you, Miss Jilly. Glad to see you today. Oh, how fun. She'll be right back. Today, we're going to do a show on spiritual sovereignty. Do you know I have pronounced this wrong my entire life? I've always thought it was sovereignty, not sovereignty. Who knew? Dyslexia, I suppose. But it's about spiritual sovereignty and living our authentic life. Good afternoon, Amanda Carroll. Aw, yeah, we miss you, girl. We hope you got to see our show with Diana on Saturday. Diana Bowles, aka Oil Painter. There is so much more to that woman than just astrology. So I hope if you didn't see it, you can go back and give it a go. There she is. Did you get your cards pulled for the day?
Yes.
Awesome. Our friend Jill's here.
Hi, Jill.
She says she's missing us both.
Well, we
Must be lonely since Liz left. Just Jules all by herself.
Aww. Where's your best friend? Is she coming down from Maine this year?
No, she just left today.
I didn't mean Liz. I meant the other one.
Christy,
yes.
Right. I think she was down. I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, we are the integrity. But sometimes our integrity has a tough time when we're being caretakers. Because sometimes the caretakers kind of, our caretakers, we try to help out. And sometimes our own integrity wants to get in the way of, sometimes you just don't want to say some things.
Yes.
So anyway, meanwhile, our spirits are gifted always. And of course, our human being is still shifting. We don't have any choice. We're shifting. It's because of everything that's going on.
Because of the ascension, we don't have any choice.
But what they're saying is that as long as we keep changing our minds away from the what the caretaker's thinking, and we stay with integrity, we just need to change our minds back to integrity. And whatever storm there is, we're going to get through it.
Yeah, you've got to stay with your values.
You got to stay with the
integrity no matter what.
Exactly.
So today we're going to talk about spiritual sovereignty. Not sovereignty like I've always said, but sovereignty. It's about our divine power to own our own actions, beliefs, thoughts, and perceptions.
Exactly.
It's understanding that we have free will to choose not to be influenced by others, like caretakers. Oh, my goodness. It's determining what is in alignment with our soul purpose and consciously choosing situations that support it without the influence of others.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual sovereignty means claiming our spiritual energy and power and using them to explore our divinity and our sacred relationship with life. Our spirit has descended through dimensions of time and space, sometimes universes, to carry its unique expression and experience of Source. We've traveled all the way to 3D Earth to experience forgetfulness and separation.
Boy, are we crazy?
As we start to explore our spiritual sovereignty, we start remembering and merging with our true self again. Yeah. I'm going to take that down.
Okay. So spiritual sovereignty is about retrieving every part of our life and our creations. Hush.
Hi, Zena.
Well, somebody's moving in out, so she's barking at the door. Hush. Anyway, it's about retrieving every part of our life and our creations where we've given the power away. Collectively, we bounce through every part of the spectrum between victimhood to self-mastery. And during the golden ages of Atlantis and Lemuria, many of us were in the embodiment of spiritual sovereignty and consciously merged with our multidimensional selves. And consequently, as the cycle changed, we've collectively explored the victim consciousness, which is the other end of the spectrum.
I was going to say we went from one end to the other.
Exactly. Had to have both sides. So anyway, as we move into the age of Aquarius, we're on the brink of the new golden age where we are once again exploring and embodying our sovereignty. And if your soul's been calling you to think about topics like spiritual power, self-mastery, and sovereignty, something within you is remembering. So you're about to close one long cosmic cycle.
Yeah, what, 26,000 year cycle.
So don't dismiss this inner tugging as unimportant, because this indeed is your purpose.
Absolutely. I just want to say hi to Lark and Akila and Linda. Thank you all for being here today. It's lovely to see you out there in the chat.
Yes, thank you.
We all come with a life blueprint and a series of life contracts to be played out in our current lifetime. These contracts are as diverse as the roles we have programmed to play as individuals on this planet. One may have chosen to play the simultaneous roles of mother, sister, daughter, granddaughter, wife, friend, etc. That one kind of blew my mind. I had never thought about me actually being my mother, my father, my sister, or a simultaneous life role.
Don't you remember there was one channeling you did, but that they actually said that last time around I was mom and my mom was me.
No, I understand that in different lifetimes, but this is saying during the same lifetime.
Wow. Well, yeah, you know, that's
really got me.
Older people, they take care of us and then we take care of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every contract comes with particular aspects to be worked out, but despite their differences, none can overrule one's sovereignty as an individual or interfere with our free will. Spiritual sovereignty is not a divisive concept. It is one that reinforces the right to your individuality. We're not separated from Source. We're an extension from Source. We're still autonomous, not separated per se, but autonomous in the selection of our quality and intensity of our life experiences.
Mm-hmm. Divine Source has allowed us to come into existence in a dimensional matrix of duality to play out our life plan using the gift of free will. Source has consigned our souls with authority to create our life experiences according to the thoughts and beliefs that we have in our minds. And we are responsible for the quality of our life experiences.
Can you repeat that one more time?
We are responsible for the quality of our life experiences.
No one else.
No one else. That's us. Yeah. Nothing is predetermined to a point where we are stripped of our divine personal power.
I'm sorry, I was just laughing at White Dragon. Hello, crony crones.
Love it. Anyway, so we need to develop a watchful attitude to identify the demands of our ego, because to be completely free, one must realize what they are not.
And we are not our thoughts, those egoic thoughts.
We're not our monkey minds. So how do we give our sovereignty away? I'm very good at it. Well, not so good anymore as I used to be, but I was very good at it. When we allow others to guide us away from our authentic self, religion, societal norms, familial belief systems, all those things. When we give away our power, we become controlled. Like fear. It controls us too. That's giving it power.
Yeah.
So Source will help us get back on track through gentle nudges, resistance, interference, conflict, and even divine 2x4s.
I love that. When you're sovereign, you're at the helm of your life. You determine your direction and destiny. You aren't controlled or manipulated by any person, group, or institution. It means having autonomy over your life. It means making your own decisions, choosing who to be in a relationship with or not, and how much space to give another in your life. It is also the power to walk away from situations, people, and communities that don't honor your sovereignty. The power to walk away. I love that.
Yeah.
Seek to learn, yes, but once you have learned, crush it all in an instant. Do not rest in knowledge because knowledge is an illusion. Follow nobody and nothing. Those who are sovereign are in need of nothing and nobody. Be mindful of teachers, gurus, or a spirit entity that does not immediately point you back to yourself and your heart.
Yeah. And that's important.
True. So many people give their power away to a religion or some kind of guru or even
This person's class, do what he says. Well, then you gave him your power.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't believe what you don't feel. If it doesn't feel right, trust yourself first. Be curious. Ask questions. Ask more questions.
That's more questions. I love it.
Trust your heart, your body, and your gut, your intuition, your second sense, whatever. So that doesn't feel quite right. We
Yeah.
choose the energy around us. Every day and every breath we get to choose. It's not chosen for us. It's shown to us. There's a difference. We can decide to join it or not.
That's right.
Spiritual sovereignty. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Spiritual sovereignty concerns the personal liberation that takes place within, inside us, no matter what religion, age, or race. It's a liberation that manifests as a freeness of knowing who you truly are. That's hard. Speaking for me, that's hard. Okay. You are a being of love, light, and power. And until we claim our spiritual sovereignty, we're not likely to get caught up once we've got it. We won't get caught up.
I think you read that wrong.
I did. Until we claim our spiritual sovereignty, we're not likely to get caught up.
Not we are not. We are likely to be caught in judgment until we get our
I
spiritual.
don't know why I put not in there, but you're absolutely right. And I was trying to fix that and didn't do it. Okay. So as long as we have spiritual sovereignty, we're not stuck with judgment.
Right.
Okay. And that accompanies the judgment accompanies intense and uncomfortable emotions. And we look for ways to control the stress with those emotions.
The sense of being controlled or manipulated can leave us feeling so disempowered we're triggered into an aggressively charged reactive state, which causes us to forget our spiritual sovereignty, God, so much so that our actions turn into an activism that actually requires the thing that we are fighting against to exist. This really kind of blew my mind because I never really thought about it this way. Let me read it again.
Uh-huh.
Hang on, come down here. The sense of being controlled or manipulated can leave us feeling so disempowered we're triggered into an aggressively charged reactive state, which causes us to forget our spiritual sovereignty, so much so that our actions turn into an activism that actually requires the thing we are fighting against to exist. Whoa, think of politics and fighting against whatever it is you don't believe in, the other side. You can't do that. You just have to work on what you believe is right and the side that you feel that you're connected with.
Yeah, you don't even want to
Because
think
if you
about
fight it, you're just encouraging more of it. It's just where your focus is, that's what grows. Whoa. And I think of all the spirit, the activism for climate change and all of that. It's hard for me to think that we shouldn't be actively doing something about it, but it's individually. It's what we're doing individually to fight climate change, not being out there protesting is what this is saying. I mean, I'd love to hear people's opinions on that because it just really blew my mind when I read that. I got to thinking about that.
To me, it's like focus on the positive. what you want. Don't even look at what you don't want.
Exactly. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want, because you're going to get more of whatever it is you focus on.
Yeah, just ignore it. It'll go away.
Yeah, it's hard to
It's actually
reconcile that because
and
it's
it's so hard to get. When I was teaching, that's one of the things that they said about the kids' behavior. Ignore what you don't want. You're not feeding it.
encourage
It's
what you
you.
want.
But getting teachers to ignore that behavior is very difficult.
Yeah,
But it's true.
yeah.
If you don't recognize it, they quit doing it because they're not getting their
They're
attention.
not getting the attention they want.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how climate change stop fighting against that.
You
Would
have to
encourage
focus on what you're going to.
corporations to behave.
Yeah. You just show, it's like us, show by example,
Yeah, I agree.
one person at a time.
So, how do we claim our spiritual sovereignty? By getting curious when we're triggered. Woohoo! Instead of reacting, get curious. By asking ourselves questions instead of simmering in anger or frustration. Like, what exactly is bothering me about this? How is this teaching me to lean more into my spiritual practice? What lesson am I learning from this situation?
I have a question. Who out there does this?
Sometimes I remember to do it.
Sometimes
Sometimes I still react, but sometimes I actually do.
it's a hard thing to get used to doing.
Yeah, it is. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
But baby steps. All you got to do is try it. Any inner dialogue you hear as answers that has to do with the other person isn't the path to the answer. The answer is coming from the questions we ask about ourselves, and our reaction to outer stimuli is where spiritual sovereignty lies.
Exactly.
I just want to say one thing. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I
Sure.
agree, White Dragon. I would like to have a key lime pie and hit
He still won't be flesh color. He's still going to be orange.
green.
Anyway, I used to. It's like that. It's we're asking ourselves. It's kind of like when especially my behavior challenged kids. I said, you can't. Nothing out there is fair. You can't react to what that. I mean, you can't change it. You can change how you react to it, but you can't change the unfairness. So it's your reaction that's important.
Amanda says she's not sure she's done it yet. I try. I don't always get there. Sometimes my reaction is so quick I don't have time. But
Remember, she's a
if you
Scorpio.
take that reaction that you've done, whatever it is, however you've reacted, and then think about it and go and question yourself, that's fine too.
Exactly.
It's just learning. It's
Yeah,
baby
sometimes
steps.
your reaction is so immediate you can't think about it until after, and that's okay
Yeah,
because next
exactly.
time you won't react the same way. So determine what painful feelings you're having and what thoughts are connected to them, even as you plan to let them go. Once you accept the feelings and understand the nature of what your mind noise, monkey mind, is saying about how you feel, you can practice validating your feelings and letting the opinions of others go. Relating differently to any uncomfortable feelings can also help shift you into your sovereignty.
Sorry about this.
That's okay. So, how do the hurt parts of ourselves get to feel heard, as in listening to? First of all, we have shadow work. We have to create time and space to relate to those hurt parts of ourselves that we've been holding on to. It's not always an easy process, especially when we can be given to experiencing many triggers during the day, but claiming it brings on a certain peace and inner mastery that's altogether liberating and up-leveling.
True. Do not give away your power. Your life's direction shouldn't be controlled by external influences. It's crucial to trust your abilities and desires rather than relinquishing your power to external influence. I don't know why it said it twice. Set clear boundaries. Setting boundaries can be a crucial act of self-empowerment. It's about asserting what you're comfortable with and communicating that in a respectful manner. That's the important part, in a respectful manner. By clearly outlining intellectual, emotional, physical, social, and spiritual boundaries, you ensure your own mental and emotional well being. Trust your intuition. Trusting your intuition is a vital part of reclaiming your inner power and becoming self sovereign. In codependent relationships or when relying on external sources for guidance, we tend to ignore our intuitive nudges, surrendering our own knowing in favor of others' opinions or insights.
So, fine tuning your intuitive abilities is about honing your sensitivity to internal signals. Meditation or mindfulness practices offer a gateway to reconnecting with your inner voice. By actively seeking answers within yourself, by posing questions and embracing the ensuing silence, you can lead to profound revelations. You're asking yourself, you will answer. And you want to become more self aware. Being self aware is about diving into the depths of your own emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. It's understanding the why behind your being. To enhance self awareness, it's crucial to impartially analyze your thoughts and emotions, coupled with the feedback from trusted sources. And then take accountability for your actions. That one can be hard for some people.
Yep.
Yeah. Taking accountability for your actions is a cornerstone of personal growth and integrity. It's about owning up to the impact of your words and deeds and understanding their consequences on yourself and others.
Let's see next. Being self sovereign means exercising complete authoritative power over our mind, body, emotions, and spirit. It involves standing in our own power and truth without fear while maintaining personal integrity and respecting the self sovereignty of others. When we exercise our self sovereign rights, we understand our true value and self worth, freeing ourselves from shame and self doubt. And we honor the differences in others without perceiving their uniqueness as a threat to our own identity. Claiming spiritual sovereignty is both an act of remembering and embodying. Recognize that you are a spiritual being. Listen to your inner guidance. Align with your values. Practice forgiveness and release attachments. By practicing self care and soul care, listening to our inner guidance, and taking inspired action, we can reclaim our spiritual sovereignty and direct the life that we are meant to live. Oh, yeah. I
And
love
remember,
this
it's
part.
us directing.
That's right. So, what do you guys think about our sovereignty? Hey, Gypsy JJ and Warrior Girl, thanks for coming. And Linda Day Gonzalez, nice to see you here. Did I get everybody? I hope so. Okay. Okay. So, what do you think?
White Dragon says to Warrior Girl when they were talking, I think it's kind of funny because he said, I put my halo back on a little bit crooked.
That's funny. Our next show is Saturday, and it's going to be Valerie and the New Moon. I believe it is.
Right.
Is it Valerie and the New Moon? And then Monday, Heather's going to talk to us about remote viewing on the Wisdom Circle.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I can't wait for that show. It's something I wish I could do so much, but I can't.
You do in a way. Everybody does it in a certain way, just not the way.
I want to do it in a really neat way like you do, but that's okay. You want to read some cards?
Sure, if they want them.
Does anybody want some cards read? I've got 3 decks right here. Let me pull them out. I'm done with you. Sovereignty leads to authenticity. I always thought authenticity led to sovereignty.
Maybe it's like
It works
the
for
first
me.
chicken or the egg.
Yeah, chicken or the egg. Linda wants some. Amanda, Jules. White Dragon, that's a little TMI.
What do you say? Let me get down there.
He just had a virus. I'm not going to reply, respond. But I'm glad you're getting better. Okay, I got me, and Gypsy JJ. Yeah, Amanda, chicken or egg. And Warrior Girl, got you. Yay. So nice to see everybody here today.
It is.
Okay, let's see what we've got. I think I need this deck too. Ooh, Earth Magic sounds good.
I just pick up whatever feels like. Sometimes I say not that one and I have to go look.
So I'm using the Goddess Power and I'm using this Earth Magic Oracle. They're the Earth Magic Oracle is pretty neat.
And I'm using the energy deck, and if I need something else, I'll pick it up. I've got them right next to me, so I can just grab them.
Good.
So,
let's see who's first. Miss Jules.
all righty.
Let's see what the goddess has to say for Miss Jules.
I like your first card. Okay. The first one said you've got some new beginnings, and they're in the doorway. There's this money that's flowing
That's
through.
what my first card was, the new moon, which is new beginnings. Interesting.
Anyway, it says the new beginnings, and your career's looking up. Just need to make sure you take everything with a grain of salt, because there are people out there that are envious on what you can do and how it's going to turn out for you. Okay. So just take everything with a grain of salt. Don't let it get to you. Okay. No matter who it is, there are some envious people out there. But you always have the support of a caring connection. Guess who that is? Anyway, you always have support of your true friends and your caring connections. Okay.
And that's sweet. So I got the new moon, which is the promise, and it's all about new starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got, you know what? I'm not quite sure about this. Where are you? Stillness. I think it's talking about going within. Come back here, you.
Yeah, take time to smell the roses.
Yep, I think that's what it's saying is take time to smell the roses, the flowers, but also use that stillness to go within and see through the illusion of maybe those that are jealous.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is. But still, nice cards.
Yes.
Something new's coming up. I love that. Hope that resonates with you. Linda Day Gonzalez. For you out there that don't know, Linda Day Gonzalez is an incredible psychic medium and Akashic Records reader.
And when I went to go put my Kleenex back, I was being told to show you this. Pay attention.
Start with yes. Is that for Jules?
Yes. No, that's actually for Linda.
Oh, right.
But I was saying, show that to Linda. I'm going, okay.
Wow. Another new beginnings.
That's why I said start with yes. Don't just say no right off the top of your head. Take a look at it. Let's see. Okay. I've got mine. The first one is with Archangel Gabriel because he's behind you and they want you to speak your truth. Okay. So don't be afraid to do that. You need to express yourself. And they're saying yes, 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 yes. I guess that's because it's.
I guess that's a yes.
I guess that's a yes. Between the sign that I showed you and this card, they're saying yes, say yes, yes, yes. There are some new beginnings. There is more creativity. And they're saying you are following the path that you are supposed to be on. Okay.
Well, I got Dawn, which is about new beginnings.
Yeah.
And then I've got the past, which it's time for you to leave that behind. And then I got water, and I'm thinking that is about your emotions and going deep inside with your emotions and figuring out what the truth is with the situation that you're moving into. Where to go.
And this card flew out when I was just shuffling while she was talking. It's the yin and yang, which means keep things balanced.
Interesting. Hope that resonates. Let's see what we got over here real quick. Oh, I'm glad you caught us live too, Gypsy JJ. Let's see, did I get everybody? Vivian and Dinah, a great bunch of readers. They are indeed. And Linda got big chills. Okay, so next is Miss Amanda. How are you today, Miss Amanda? I love this deck. Look at this tree.
Isn't that cool?
As above, so below. I love this deck.
Yeah.
It's the Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer. One of those ones that Hay House sent me quarterly. I think I get 4 decks.
Cool. I would have so many decks. I already have so many decks. I don't know what to do with them.
Well, see, I give them away on the show.
I would have such a hard time doing that.
Some of them I just don't resonate with.
Well, those you could get away.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Amanda, what have we got here?
Wow. Well, the first card that flew out was that you are on your spiritual path, and the next two that came up were Archangel Metatron.
Nice.
And he's supporting you. There's going to be a lot more clarity for you. And he's behind all that. So he's standing behind you. And then you also have Angel Michael for your stability. So things are going to even out too, but you're getting even more clarity than what you were getting before. And you are on your path. So those are nice. Lots of support.
Okay, what have I got here? Oh, nice. Okay, I've got the cave, which is your sanctuary. And wherever that may be, your home, your office, whatever, that is your sanctuary. And that's where you need to meditate and get to the truth of any matter. You speak your truth. It's important for you to get out there and speak your truth. And the only way to do that is to go within and find out what that is for you. It's different for each of us. Don't make assumptions. Relinquish the need to change others. Real love is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them. If we try to change them, this means that we don't really like them. It is easier to find someone who is already the way you want him or her to be instead of trying to change that person. Oh, we know we can't change other people. That's just crazy, isn't it?
It is, but we're crazy enough that we still try.
I suppose so.
And it's just human nature.
I don't want to change. I just want to grow. If that's change.
Yeah, but changing ourselves is different than changing somebody else.
I've never wanted to change anyone else. You can't change other people ever.
You can't. You can't.
They have to change themselves. Okay, this is for white dragon. Oh dear, white dragon. Here we go. I got to go back and check the live. Just a minute. Amanda says she's been talking to both of those archangels.
Well,
Lord says, when you're young, you're dumb. Boy, isn't that the truth?
Yes.
Lark, do you want a reading? I didn't see your name in there for cards. Okay. But let's get White Dragon taken care of and see what his message is.
Well, this is really weird. But anyway, your very first card, which just showed up a third time, is that you are on your path. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Except that sometimes you get uneven. Keep your yin and yang together. Okay? So stay balanced.
Yikes.
Stay balanced. And then there's this one to me is more like change. You may lose some things, but there are better things coming. Does that make sense? So, some things that you don't need anymore or you don't need to do anymore, they're saying there's better stuff coming. Although it will probably not be something you want to give up necessarily, but it's better when you got something coming in.
Interesting, because my first card was emergence with the dragonfly. Emerging into something new.
Okay, that makes sense.
It does.
Yep.
Oops. I cannot hold on to my cards today. I just need to do one more. Okay. So I got the dragonfly emergence, which I think is there's a new path that's emerging for you. And hang on, because your divine wisdom is going to show you exactly how to do that. This is the Sophia, the divine Sophia. She's amazing. And she is full of divine wisdom. And she's actually with you. She's actually with you and helping you to emerge in this new undertaking, whatever that may be. I don't know. But this says, this card, I'm sorry, this is from the Four Agreements. This was a neat little deck they sent. I thought that it was fantastic. Be impeccable with your word. Become a white magician. I think you are White Dragon. All the magic you possess is based on your word, and you cast spells all the time with your opinions. You can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can release someone from a spell. Be careful what you say. That's lovely. Oh, I love it. Appreciate trying not to feel guilty about staying in my cave so much. I know it's time to re-enter the world, as in to go to a job during the day. That's brilliant, Amanda.
It's important to be able to be in your cave. I have so much trouble finding time to do that. So don't feel guilty that you finally been able to get to do it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we have now. This is for Gypsy JJ. These cards are getting easier to shuffle. They're finally loosening up.
Yeah, it takes a while sometimes.
It does.
Yeah. And then there are those decks that the first time you shuffle them, you know they're fantastic because they shuffle.
I like shuffling them like regular cards. I think I'd have better luck sometimes.
I shuffle my cards the way my grandpa used to shuffle cards. He never did the other ones. And it's funny, when I started doing it his way and doing what he used to do, they are very well shuffled. They don't, there's something else. And I'm going, okay, Grandpa, that worked.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Exactly.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Okay. They were saying the very first card was that you still have some attachments that you want to get rid of because they're really getting in your way. Because you are an angel of love, and everything you do is with love. And the angel, archangel, your Ariel, is with you, and you have really good connections. And it's because you are an angel of love that those connections are really well stated. When you get a message, you seem to be able to send it and continue it on, whether it's positive or not as positive. You seem to be able to say it with love, and that's really good. But having some of these attachments is going to get in the way of these two things. So there are still some attachments you want to get rid of, okay? Because they're getting in the way.
Okay. Well, I got the fog card, and I believe there's veiled information out there, or there's a veil over your face, and you're not seeing what's right in front of you. And that may be due to the inexperience. So keep your mind open for those things that you haven't experienced before, you have no knowledge of, but Persephone is going to be right with you to help you through that so you don't experience what she did through her inexperience with the god of hell. So, and then in line with that, don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions about people, situations, or things. It's always better to ask questions than to make assumptions, because what does assume mean? It makes an ass of you and me, right? Have the courage to ask questions until you're as clear as you can be. Once you hear the answer to a question, you won't have to make assumptions because you will know the truth.
And that may be on that card of things to get rid of.
Yeah. Making assumptions for sure. We need to get rid of. None of us should make assumptions. Bad idea. Okay, and Warrior Girl's next. Anybody else? Because I've got Warrior Girl as the last cards.
Okay.
Okay.
I was reading Warrior Girls thing. She says Gypsy JJ HH has a quarterly box. I'm assuming you mean
It's a quarterly thing of, and they send you 4 decks. I've signed up for that. That's where I got those.
Yeah, but it was confusing to me at first because HH is me.
Oh.
And I'm going, oh no, that must be the house.
Hay house.
Hay house.
Okay. Yeah, I got that deck, the Earth Magic, Earthcraft, and Animal Guides decks. This last one. Let's see if I can pull that over. I haven't even opened these. The Animal Guides deck. I think that looks fabulous. And then an Earthcraft deck, which looks beautiful.
And I'll get back to that kind of thing.
But I haven't gotten to them yet. Okay, let's see what we've got for Warrior Girl.
Okay, one more. Okay. Well, the first one, these two flew out together, just like this, one right behind the other one. So I took that as the first card.
We can't read them. We can't.
Now, the first one is the Angel of Strength, and you have personal power, a lot of it, and a lot of inner strength. And if you didn't know it before, which I think you should have, you should know it now. You do have that inner strength that you need. All you need to do is make a strategy and a plan of what you want to do. And you know how to do that because you've been doing it. And just disregard all those people who may be envious of what your abilities are. Okay? Don't let them get to you. Have confidence in yourself because you're doing exactly what you need to do, following your own plan, and you are very, very strong. Okay. Forget about those that are envious of you. And there may be more coming, but just take everything with a grain of salt. Think about it, and you'll know that they're not worth considering. Okay.
Okay. Okay, first of all, I got the ocean, riding the ebb and flow of the waves in your life. I call it surfing it. Just surf that ebb and flow because it's always going to be there. And it's kind of an in-between place, which is where Hecate came in, which I thought was kind of amazing because that's in between. And she's saying you're in between what you want to be and what you were. And you just have to ride that flow until you figure out where it is you want to go.
Make your plan.
Make your plan and always do your best. Practice makes the master. By doing your best over and over, you can master the art of transformation. By doing your best, the habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. That's right, Gypsy JJ. Hay House has a quarterly box they send out, and that's what I said. I think you get 4 decks. I believe that's what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 decks quarterly. So that's really a deck a month. I love that. A little over a deck a month, but that's okay.
And if you get your emails, you probably know what they are because they talk about deck of the month.
Yeah. Let's see. And Gypsy JJ said, I do understand what both of you said, and it rings true. Hugs, Heather. Thank you. Love you. Simply beautiful. Priscilla, yes, spot on. Love you. Love you too.
We love
Yeah,
you.
check out Hay House. They have so many wonderful cards. It'll cost you a bloody fortune.
Yeah,
What?
They have tons of books too.
Oh, they do. All kinds.
If you're not tired of reading.
Yeah. Does anybody else want cards? I believe we're done with them then.
Okay, well, I had one card fly out for the collective.
Let me pull one for the collective.
Okay.
While you tell them.
Alrighty.
I'm going to use
I don't want you to get all tied up with all the emotions and everything going on.
Oh my God, the energies are so thick right now. There's such high emotions going on. It's just crazy.
And if you get tied up, it's because you're not surfing it. Get yourself untangled and get up there where you belong.
Oh, we got to do Lark. He does want a card. I just saw that.
We'll get
Warrior Girl. Thank you, Warrior Girl. I didn't hear you, what you said on that card for the collective. What was it?
Oh, everybody, it's all tied up. And they're saying, don't get all tied up with all the energies and everything that's going on, because if you do, you're going to be stagnant. You're going to be stuck there. So get yourself untangled and ride up on top like you're supposed to. And it'll be a much easier ride.
I love that. Surf those emotions.
Exactly.
Don't fall into them.
And
okay,
so
this is for the collective before I get to Lark.
Okay.
I love it. Don't take anything personally. All people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They are completely different in a completely different world from the one we live in. Remember that.
And if you take it personally, you will get all tied up.
You sure will. That was a good one. Okay, this is for Lark. Let me go back to. Okay. Yeah, drive safe, Lark. And join us Saturday with Valerie. Oh, sweet.
Wow.
We're going to talk about the new moon coming up in, is it Gemini? I can't remember.
Well, the first card that came up was Archangel Michael. He's there for stability and for your security. and he's staying right behind you to help keep you right where you need to be. And they're just saying, keep your yin and yang together. In other words, keep yourself balanced. He's going to help with that. He's always going to be protecting you. And then they said you're going to be very victorious in what you're doing. So keep that balance so that victory can be really good. Okay. And like I said, you've got Archangel Michael right behind you. He's with you all the time. So those are good.
I've got good cards too. The card of love and compassion. Be compassionate with yourself. Love yourself. Then you can love somebody else and give it your all. But first, give it your all to yourself and love you. The Great Goddess card, Sacred Unity. You are in touch with the universe. You have a good heart. You're learning your lessons, and she's there behind you, supporting you. Don't take anything personally. Embrace your freedom. You gain a huge amount of freedom when you take nothing personally. No spell can affect you, regardless of how strong it may be. And if you live without fear, if you love, you will be happy with your life. It kind of goes along with today's sovereignty.
Yeah.
Don't listen to anybody else. Listen to your heart, listen to your gut, listen to your soul. Don't listen to anyone else.
Your intuition.
That's freedom when you don't listen to anybody else's opinion about you.
And when
Wish I'd known that when I was young.
And when you keep your yin and yang to get balanced, nothing overwhelms you. You're riding like you need.
It's true. It's true.
So,
well, I guess that's it for today.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here and taking part.
Yes.
Warrior Girl says, all sensational messages, Crones, you rock. Much appreciated. Oh, thank you. We appreciate you too. Trust me.
We have help.
Like I said, Saturday, we have the fantastic Valerie Bradshaw from Illumination Portals. She's going to talk to us about the new moon coming up next week. And then we also have Miss Heather, who is going to be our presenter on the Wisdom Circle on Monday afternoon at 4:00 Eastern. And I'm looking forward to that. So if you can join us, we'd appreciate it. If not, then you can catch it later. But please go check, like, and subscribe, and share our videos with your friends if you think they'll like them. I think this was an important show. Yeah. Our sovereignty is very important, and none of us realized that until recently.
It's you cannot, from what I was reading, you really cannot be all you want to be and all that you can be without your sovereignty.
Absolutely.
So
till next time, then, I suppose we'll say goodbye. Oh, let me take off that banner real quick. And till next time, go out and let your freak flag fly. Spread your love. You guys are all fabulous, and we appreciate being a part of this community. And
we really do. Thank you so much.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.